Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is day 53 of 75 for EDSS here in the Realm Reborn, and yesterday we had a chance to claim a victory over our latest primal threat, Titan. Albeit it took a lot of tries to get there, but we ultimately prevailed, and now we can bring the good news to the Signs of the Seventh Dawn here at the Waking Sands. So let's go ahead and wonder why there are disquieted villagers around here. Well, if they seem disquieted, there's actually a reason for that. That we're about to see firsthand. So why would they be disquieted? Why would they be frightened? Well, if the text from the villagers was any indication, it says search for survivors. And you're probably wondering, what? Because, yeah, there's a little Lalafell down on its face and dead. And there are more dead people here. Yeah, there is definitely something gone wrong. I mean, just yesterday we were receiving good news from the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and now a lot of them are lying dead at our feet. And here's Noraxia, the sylph that came to the Signs of the Seventh Dawn a number of weeks ago. Oh, what the... We better find out what happened to her, and everyone else. This one is glad, walking one is safe. Yeah, can you tell me what happened here? Well, we're about to find out through the echo. Yeah, unfortunately, we're about to find out something very disheartening because, obviously, we saw dead people. Which means that this cannot be good.
We're awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed.
Yeah, those were Minfilia's last words to me yesterday when I was talking with Commander Riki of the Maelstrom. And so then...
Thank heavens he is safe.
Well, it wasn't easy, Lady Minfilia.
Do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
But then... Uh-oh. Yeah, the Guardian Empire apparently has gained word of us, including their stormtrooper. Yeah, the Guardian Empire invaded the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and they wreaked a whole lot of havoc.
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan.
Yeah, that would be Livia of the Guardian Empire, their lead female general. The Fire Lord, the Princess Azula of the Realm Reborn, if you will.
No mercy.
Yeah, Tataru obviously frightened. And in fact, she even comes with her own firepower. So yeah, she is like a fire princess.
Confound it.
And of Noraxia?
Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you.
And so once the message was left, with no other defenses to protect her,
I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire.
that's and ascendant to you.
But you would be better served by armor.
A warning shot.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
Yeah, it would. So she willingly puts her hands behind her
Indeed,
back.
You knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
I don't think you really want to know. And then... yeah, the sylph willingly sacrifices itself. And gets a swift kick in the midsection from Livia.
No!
Yeah, I couldn't bear to hide much longer.
Of surrender. Denied.
Cease at once!
And thus the continued slaughter continues. Anyone else who is
Have you
left
not done enough?
is taken prisoner.
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now.
That's antecedent to you,
They say
Miss
she
Livia.
also possesses the echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream.
How unnerving is that?
I said enough.
She even turns the gun on the guys who are still killing off other scions. Yeah. Is there no relentlessness in the Garlean Empire? They'll even kill their own if they have to.
We leave. Bring the prisoners.
And so, Lady Minfilia is taken away. Yeah, that was pretty ruthless, wasn't it? As Edie comes out of the echo. Walking one Minfilia, ask this one to... Yeah, come back around there, Edie. In case Walking One returned, this one was to say... At church in Eastern Fenelon, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Unfortunately, Neuraxia is dead as well. That's a lot of bloodshed here in Vesper Bay. The Waking Sands are indeed stained with the blood of countless scions. And so now, we have to go and take sanctuary, as it were. So, I guess we can't leave like we normally would. So that means we have to go to Eastern Fenelon, which means going to Camp Drybone. And we can't go out under normal circumstances. In this instance, we have to teleport our way out. But yeah, that is a lot of bloodshed. And to think, not 24 hours ago, we were actually claiming victory against our second primal and obtaining our fourth crystal. Which means there's only 2 more left. So we have returned now to Camp Drybone. I believe we do have to set this as a new home point. Because we're not going back to Costa del Sol. Alright. Let's mount my chocobo and try and figure out where we're going. Well, we know where we're going, it's just a matter of finding our way out because the various paths out of Camp Drybone are such a maze. They are such a maze. And no, that's not it. This is it. Yeah, it was turned backwards. Yeah, kind of sad that we have this really cheerful, happy music playing after knowing that countless of our scions are dead. So, we've returned to the Church of St. Adama Landama, which is a place we were at, I think was 3 weeks ago. And we want to speak with Father Iliud to ask sanctuary. Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Well, I will say, the wild roses are dead, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. And so, that task is completed. Well, not yet officially, but I guess we still have to get through one more cutscene before it can be officially recognized as completed. So, in speaking my piece with the priest... How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Gallians? Yes, indeed it is true because of my ability with the echo. So what say you, Father? Well, of course, asking for, yes, let us pray no further harm comes to them. Yes, indeed, that is what we want. And so now, you may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well, I do recall the day of our first meeting. When I experienced it through the echo, I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquez, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. Now we have a monk among us who I guess is going to try and help us out. But why is he wearing his glasses on his head instead of on his eyes? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquez is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he surely would have perished in the desert. Marquez, I want you to look after Edie. Do you understand? Yes, Father. And so, it's nice to meet you, Brother Marquez, monk of the Church of Saint Adamalandama. So, we'll see how you can assist us in addition to other methods. So, that is an achievement unlocked for reaching a certain part of the story. But, as we can see, there are also other challenges we can take on at this point. Let's see, yeah, because there are quite a few of them. It doesn't look like we can zoom in any further. So, before we speak with Marquez again, let's take on some of the further challenges that the people here at the Church of Saint Adamalandama have. Because at this point, you're actually going to need to make it a point to do more side questing in order to build up your experience level, so this is very important. So, let's speak with Father Iliud again, and take on his level 35 challenge entitled Plagued by Indecision. The ache you carry cannot have escaped Father Iliud's sharp eyes, yet he makes no note of it. Death begets death, especially in those places where privation is the sovereign. A course left unburied is as a rich field to Virkin, where they may sow pestilence and water it with their miasma. Now nowhere is the rule of privation so apparent as in Lost Hope. A man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed, for no ties bind the unhappy folk together, except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains, and so we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. Will you deliver this repellent to that den of sorrow? Of course, Father Iliud. I can definitely accommodate you. So, where do I need to go for this? No, I don't need to do that. I need to see if I can zoom in, but it doesn't look like I can, because, yeah, I tried that already. I think this person, yes, is right next to the, location we're going to. Oh, wait a minute, these are separate challenges, though, so no, that's not it. Is this somewhere else on my map? Because I know I have to wander away at some point from here. But yeah, I don't see... Let me take a look at the journal to see where I have to go. Go Lost Hope, a raft of exiles lashed to the graceful ship of Luda. Yeah, but I don't see anything on the map that indicates where I'm to go. Central Thanolin, okay. Then Central Thanolin it is. But just how far into Central Finland will we have to go? I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Yeah, sometimes it helps to have the map point you correctly in the first step and not the second. The second step being as to take you out of the map you are currently located in and out of the region you are currently based at. So let's take my chocobo and go for a ride. And show Zazawaka the sticks of Vilekin repellent. And how exactly... okay, I think I have an idea. I think we have to follow the river in order to get to where we need to go. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you gotta do. So, yeah, here is Lost Hope. Yeah, it's a little settlement in a cave here in Central Finland, and we want to speak with Sazawaka. So do you play Blitzball? Yeah, just can't get the words out. What business do you have here, stranger? Oh, you come from Saint Adama. Yes, I do, and I have this to offer you. Ah, the Vilekin repellent. The good father told me last moon of this plan. He is a man that keeps his word, and 'twas kind of him to have you deliver it. Did he tell you where and how these are to be used? I fear I have little knowledge of alchemy. Well, at least it shows us where exactly we are supposed to place them. That much is helpful, so let's start making use of these things. So one goes over there, one goes behind this tent over here. So that's 2 uses of Vilekin repellent. And then one right over here, where these people are. Tell them the first pinch is on you, understood? Well, if you mean as in using it to keep your corpse from being disgraced, then I guess that's good, right? And final use of the Vilekin repellent. There we go. So back to Zazawaka. Thank you, stranger. This place may seem wretched to you, and none here would deny it is. But last year it had the look of a charnel house, so fiercely did the pestilence rage. Tell Father Iliud we owe him a debt of life. I confess, though, I wonder if we were saved from plague only to perish in war. We have little love for Garlemald here, and news of them who burned our homes travels fast. What chance does Lost Hope have against the force that plucked Alamigo like a ripe peach? Fight or flee, we must make plans. Yet few have ears to listen to me. They have too much to fear already. Too many demons to slay every hour. And so, back to where we were. Back to Camp Drybone to notify the good father that we have accomplished what he asked us to do of him. Or what he asked to do of us. So, back over to Camp Drybone. Getting ready to continue on, and so day has broken. And so now we can continue on. I want to try and speed up the process here of finding my way around. Because yeah, like I said, getting out of here is like a maze. And it's not exactly the best maze in the world. But we are able to continue on like we need to, and we're going to go ahead and notify Father Iliud of our success with the use of the Vilekin repellents. So over here, disembark from the Chocobo and notify the good father of our success. Thank you, Edie. Sometimes for what ails us in thinking, we find relief in doing. The ministration to exiles is one of the duties of the Church of Saint Adama. I pray that someday, with the grace of the gods, that they may find again what they have lost. And so, our options now, well, I know for a fact that that is not better than the proper headgear I have that's not of the Maelstrom, and neither is that, so we're going to go ahead and take the 2500 gil. So with Iliad's challenge now taken care of, let's take on one of the monk's challenges. Let's speak with Esmore and his level 18 challenge entitled Buzzing at Church. Esmore needs an exterminator at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, and obviously because this is a low-level challenge, we're just going to see if we can get this pasted off in a hurry. You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you all know, we keep a lich yard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms which are as unclean as they are unwelcome. Slay 5 of these pestilent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. No problem. Yeah, because I'm double the experience level, this should be a piece of cake. Alright, blowfly swarms. Time to take care of you because you just blow. And so now it's time for me to blow you away. So yeah, it's not going to be all that hard to deal with these things. Just make sure that you do indeed kill off the 5 that they require of you. You know, sometimes you have to fight next to a tombstone here. I know it sounds quite gruesome and tragic, but when they charge you to make a task of something and see it through to the end, you gotta do it. Can't always be like Rome Mithril. At one point or another, you're going to have to demonstrate that you are capable of responsibility. And so, before long, we have our 5. And there it is, just like... oops. Now, might as well sprint this one. There we go. So yeah, Pastor and Khan, who helped us actually fight off Titan yesterday, so yeah, it should not be much of a surprise that we'll be crossing paths into each other a few more times. Esmore? Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence of the church unchecked, before long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being at least, the grieving can pray in peace for the dead to cross over safely. Thor bless you. And so, since we don't need any of the equipment because it's much lower level than that we are, we'll simply take 400 gil. With his challenge completed, oh, we have 2 mandatory quests. One from Marquez and one from Edward. But let's take Ariel's challenge first. Level 18 entitled Dead Bodies Everywhere. Sister Ariel of the Church of Saint Adama Landama has her hands full with the Order's work. Be welcome to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I am Sister Ariel. I gather you are on no pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer. If so, might I impose upon you to help tend the lich yard while you are here with us? The graves here far outnumber we who keep them. Alone we cannot possibly do all that needs to be done. Would you see to gathering up the old offerings currently lying about outside? I made note of at least 6 during my last rounds through the yard. And so, yeah, we have to go ahead and pick up offerings that were left on tombstones. Okay, so there's one over here. And I'm going to make it a point to go, because if you notice, there's a tunnel over here, and there are some more tombstones over here, so this can be elusive to people who are not familiar with the surroundings in this game, but take the precaution of looking everywhere. Always make it a point to take that precaution. Alright, here's another offering, and I see one over to the left there. Yeah, always make it a point to look at your surroundings whenever you can. Here's another one. Looks like the offerings are all alcohol, which is really weird. At least I find it's really weird. I mean, what are you doing offering a corpse some alcohol? I mean, wouldn't flowers be more apropos? They would decay more easily. Any over here? Well, no, because I'm outside the red circle, and if you're outside the red circle, that means you were not in the target area. So, remaining offerings should be somewhere around here. I think I see, yes, I do see one. I saw a sign that said old offering, so we'll go ahead and take it. We still need to find one more. Where would we find number 6? Over here, perhaps? Nothing on the perimeter as of yet. Should find number 6 somewhere. Because, the text is always the first indication that will point you in the right direction. And we've already been over to this side. So where else could we find number 6? Over here. Alright. So, all of you who lie in this graveyard, rest in peace. Well, I pay my respects to all of you. So, Ariel. Were you able to gather the old offerings? Yes, I did. Thank you. Would that there be naught else to be done? I must see to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before too long. The dead sleep soundest in a tidy grave. I have no shortage of work to offer, but should you care to take it, speak to me again whensoever you feel compelled. And so, well, let's see what her next level is for. It's an 18. I'm gonna pass on it. I think we've pretty much covered, because it can pretty much be expected that all of her challenges are going to be at half the level I'm currently at. So, why don't we look around for more options? Let's speak with the Deju here. Okay, he has a level 35 challenge entitled Out of Whole Cloth. The Deju needs your help to mend a humble linen vestment. Psst! You that wonder-working adventurer? You can work some for me today. See, the father asked me to mend this vestment, but look, both the weft and the weave's gone here and there. I'll need more cloth than I have. There's a merchant at Blackbrush Station right now. He'll give you what I need. Hurry on, off to Central Fenelin you go! Well, before we do that, since we can take more than one challenge, why don't we kill 2 birds with 1 stone and speak with Baron here. He has a level 35 challenge entitled The Voyage of the Gubu. Rousing himself from a considerable gloom, Baron seems thankful for your presence. The sun has shone upon a terrible sight today. One of the bereaved wished to place upon the grave of his beloved a sprig of Althic lavender. He strayed far from for the flower is sparse in these parts, and was grievously wounded by fiends. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. Grief makes us all slow, in wit and limb, and I fear that these attacks will not cease until the creatures are gone. I pray you, banish the foul things. They were last seen to the east, near the remains of a Gubu. Alright, then we'll mount my chocobo for this one. And of course we'll make it a point to change gear before engaging the enemy. So, oops, yeah, that was running over a tombstone. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Of course it doesn't help if the chocobo's size obscures your vision, and you end up doing something you end up regretting. But out here to the east, towards near where High Bridge is where we should find our next task. And, no, that's not it. That's not part of it. In fact, we're going to run right through a Fates, actually, in order to get to where we need to go. So, how much further? Alright, not that far. Alright, disembark from the chocobo. Okay, I believe the target is down here. Ouch! Yes, here it is. Alright, so before I continue on, let's get back into my battle gear. Alright, so, let's go ahead and investigate this. Interact with it. And here come a trio of Shroud Mandragora. Yeah, Mandragoras, they're best known for their presence in Final Fantasy XII. They had quite a few presence as bosses in Final Fantasy XII, whether it be in main storyline or in side quests for the Hunters Guild. So, ooh, they're actually hitting me quite hard. Methinks I should have out my chocobo for this. Yeah, we better get out of my chocobo right now. I was thinking I was going to be strong enough to do this, but now I'm not so sure. Now I'm not so sure, and I would rather play it safe. Alright. Well, at least we know we were able to succeed. Now let's find our way out of here and get back to Saint Adama Landama. Yeah, that was a bit scary there. Flirting with disaster and whatnot. That can be quite scary. Thankfully, we did all we could to hold out, though. And thus, we should be able to, and I know we will, complete the challenge. But man, is it a long way to run. It's a long way to run, use a chocobo, whatever. In fact, I do believe I am going the wrong way. I am. Yeah, because there's Drybone right there. There's an entrance to Drybone right over there. Of course, I don't want to go into Drybone as of yet. I want to go back to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. So, that is what we are going to do. So, I figure of course, we're going to have to complete that other task as well. We still have that to resolve. And I might as well take care of the other challenges while we're here over the course of today and tomorrow. Alright, Baron. When the calamity struck, it sundered life everywhere, and not only among our races. Look around and you will see how things have fallen apart. Feet, claws, roots, all have been torn from the earth they were planted on. The dead Gubu was a child of Kerthus. The calamity shattered its native mountains and it fled before destruction as a caravan flies before a sandstorm. Years it wandered. We found it dying and received its memories. It had gathered seeds from every land it passed through, and they flower upon its corpse, a living map of its loss and exile. North to south, mountains to the desert, cloudberry and shooting stars, marybells and cliff roses, all thick lavender from Lower Thanalin, even roselles from Bloodshaw. To wander is a dream and a nightmare. Adventurers such as yourself must know it better than I, but I imagine there are days when the flame of adventure gutters, and you feel yourself as to be as bereft as those in lost hope, and upon us no flowers grow. And so, the challenge is completed. Can we take anything that would be helpful? Well, can't use that because it's weaker, so 2,500 gil are mine. So, we're going to now go over to the central Thanalin, and we're going to go and complete the other challenge that we accepted. Might as well do so since we actually have the time to do it, but this will be the last one I do because we're already past 30 minutes at this point, so I figure I can get this challenge completed, and then we can take on some of the other challenges of high level that are available to us at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, and then we can continue on with the main questing. Because as I said before, we're definitely going to need to make it a point to do a lot more side questing because you're going to be expected to do a lot more grinding. So let's speak with the scrupulous shopkeeper. Came from Dedeja, did you? I was wondering where she gone to. Stopped by her shop the other day, was going to offer a cup of tea. She missed a nice one, an amber tip from Kerthus. Her usual, I'm assuming? The tattered linen, yes sir. Now don't you go misapprehending. It's nice and soft so she can pull out the threads and reweaves what she's mending. Here you go. And so with that simple task completed, back to Camp Drybone. Yeah, back to Camp Drybone so we can go ahead and bring today to a close. And there's actually something else I want to do before we get back to the main story, because something else, now that we're at experience level 35, something has been unlocked to us actually back at Vesper Bay where the signs of the 7th Dawn were. So we'll have to make it a point to go back there in order to get something that is unlockable actually. So let's find my way out of here and notify the Church of Saint Adama Landama and Dedeju next to it that we have completed their task, and that we will soon be getting ready to take on a whole new set of challenges tomorrow. And because this is where the game has gone at a relatively steady pace thus far, but this is where it's going to start slowing down a bit, because of the fact that you're going to be expected to do a lot of grinding and a lot of side quests. Alright, Dedeju. There you are! Did you get what I need? I certainly do. Here's your linen. Much appreciated, adventurer. Now we'll see how nimble these fingers are. The father needs this right soon, he said, going out on some priestly business. This is a piece of piss compared to the last one. Yes, what a way to end the video. Excuse the salty talk. 'Twas big as a house and burnt as a slattern supper. Father Iliad brought it, but it looked to be for that lich keeper fellow. And so, yeah, that challenge is done. So, don't need my chocobo out anymore, at least in this circumstance. So, we'll bring him to an end. And yeah, as you notice, as far as the experience points are concerned, for the last level that he had to get to, he only needed to get 4,000 experience points, but now we've gone and jumped up considerably, all the way up to 38,000 points. Because, yeah, grinding your chocobo takes a long time to do, and the process is very slow. But it will be worth it if you're willing to go through the effort. So, with that, we can put this day to a close and get ready for the next one, because, yeah, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done around Saint Adama Landama, plus something else that has to be taken care of as well. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will see what else needs to be taken care of here at Saint Adama Landama, and find our next unlockable challenge. So until next time, everyone, this is Matthew with Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.